Slope-intercept versus point-slope. This time, let's take a look at point-slope and see if that's a better approach. So again, you got this problem. Write the equation of line passing through the points -2, 1, and 2, -4. And we're supposed to find out how to do this. You're in a test-taking situation. Talked about this when I was looking at slope-intercept formula. You draw in a blank. And I said, just think of what Obi-Wan would say to Luke, right? Use the force, Luke. Use the slope, Luke. And if you've never seen Star Wars, first of all, you're missing out. And second of all, you're going to have no idea what this means to you. So just go watch Star Wars. So let's take this thing down. We're going to go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If you looked and saw how I did it using the slope-intercept method, you'll see that I got the slope of a -5/4. So let's see if I can do that again here. -4 minus 1 over 2 minus a minus 2. So that's -4 minus 1 over 2 plus 2. Yep, there it is, -5/4. That's my slope. Now let's use the point-slope formula. So I should have this arrow going down here. So this time it's y minus y1 equaling x, or m, times the quantity of x minus x1. Some people have trouble remembering this formula. The easiest thing I could say is, if you know the slope formula, you've almost got the point-slope formula. You just take your x minus x1 on the slope formula and just move it over, or multiply it to both sides of the equation, and you pretty much have it, right? Just erase the y2 and the x2, and you've got your point-slope formula. All right, so let's plug stuff in. I've got my slope, -5/4. y1, again, you can choose whether you want the -2, 1 for the points to enter in, or 2, -4. I recommend the one with the smaller numbers in it. So I'll put a 1 in for y1. I'll plug a -2 in for x1. Sometimes students ask, well, can I plug the 1 into the y instead of y1? And will it work? Like, yeah, it'll work, as long as you also plug in -2 in for x instead of x1. But yeah, you'll get the same answer. I think it'll be a little harder because then you're dealing with negative variables as you're working things out. But yeah, you'll get there. In this case, we're looking at y minus 1 equaling -5/4 times the quantity of x minus a minus 2. So that's going to be plus 2, right? So now we're going to have to distribute the -5/4 through. So we've got y minus 1 equaling -5/4 x minus, probably an easier thing to do here would be to write that as 2 over 1. That'll be a -10 over 4 times 1, which is 4. -10/4, but 10/4 reduces to 5/2. You know what, I'm going to write that as 10/4 because that might have thrown somewhere. Okay, now I'll go ahead and show that reduction here. Y minus 1 equals -5/4 x minus 5/2. Now we need to add, I need to isolate my y here, so I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So y equals -5/4 x minus 5/2 plus 1. That 1 I can write as 1 over 1, right? And then if we combine these two guys together, because they're like terms, we need to multiply top and bottom there by a 2, 1 over 1. So that's y equals -5/4 x minus 5/2 plus 2 over 2. And there it is. Y equals -5/4 x minus 3/2. Which, if you've seen the other video, that's exactly the same answer I got when I did this thing using the slope-intercept form. I do want to take this one step further, actually. Suppose they wanted to answer this in what's called standard form. So I did not do this in my last video, but I'll label it as such. Standard form, basically what we're looking at there is, do it over here, ax plus by equals c. Basically no fractions. So to do that, I'm going to multiply through by 4, clear out my denominator here. So the 4's would divide out here. 2 goes into 4 twice like this. So we're looking at 4y equaling negative 5x minus 2 times 3, which is 6. And then finally, I'll add 5x to both sides. So there it is. 5x plus 4y equals negative 6. Typically, leaving things in slope-intercept form, the y equals mx plus b thing, typically that's a better way to write, in my opinion. It's more useful. You can use more things. You can use the y-intercept when it comes to a graph. You can use the slope when it comes to a graph. Writing things in general form, personally, I don't think it's as useful. If it was me writing an exam and whatnot, I would probably have you write your answers using slope-intercept form. Having said that, am I going to do that this time or not on the test? To be honest, I don't remember. Cross that bridge when we get to it.